Okay, so Demetri, I implemented a new segment here that we're calling TNT. This is topics not trending. Topics not trending. Now, I'm not really a fan of keeping up to date on what's trending and everything like that. So that's why I kind of implemented this little segment here. It'll bring us back to having discussions about random things that just kind of pop up. So with the help of my trusty interactive game here, Catchphrase, which is somewhat like a charades hot potato if you're in a group scenario. You're with friends drinking for a night. It's got a timer kind of thing. You don't want to end up with the catchphrase and you're playing charades trying to make everyone guess the thing. So what's going to happen here is I've hit the button and I've got a word and I'm going to try and make you guess the word and then we're going to discuss it. So the word that I've got here, it's one word, and this is essentially someone who would carry a casket at a funeral.
Pallbearer.
Correct. Oh. That's correct.
It's two words. It's two words. Oh, it's one word. Pallbearer?
One word. Yeah. Now, when I hear this word, I think of the WWF, and they had a character named Paul, Paul, Bearer, and he hung out with the Undertaker, and he was always like, "Oh, Undertaker," and he was painted white. He looked like he was dead.
Fantastic.
Yeah. What do you think of?
I'm just trying to figure out why he's called Pallbearer, because he's lifting a casket. What's the Paul?
It's a play on words. They're giving him a first name, Paul. Paul.
But they're spelling it Pall. Yeah. I think there's probably a really a smart answer to who Paul is or what Paul is. I think the brass on the side of a coffin that you're holding in the winter as you're carrying the damn thing out from the church, just because I've done it. Sorry, it's kind of creepy.
Oh, that's
a pallbearers? They're normally 6 or maybe 8 on a coffin.
No 6. Yeah, because I was watching my grandma.
Yeah, so it's a real job, and your casket has these brass sides you're lifting up and things.
I felt honored to be selected, to tell you the truth.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But it's a real job. Like it's a bit of work. It's heavy. Yeah. Pallbearer. It's a thing. Now maybe that was a profession. If people don't have friends or family, maybe you can actually be a pallbearer. I'm not sure.
Professional pallbearer. Yeah. Well,
yeah. They just call him.
The funeral home.
Yeah, he's available. You just give him 30 minutes notice. And
oh, he's the best. He's in the Pallbearer Hall of Fame.
That's right. There's an app now. You can get a pallbearer.
Find my pallbearer.
Yeah. That's good. Absolutely. Hiring people for funerals has been a thing for a long time, right? Hire experts.
It's never going away. It's the best business in the world. Funerals and water. Death and taxes, funerals and water. Okay, that was great. Moving on. Next one. Okay, this is Rolling Stones song or album. So if someone's not loose, they're
tight.
Blank as a board. They're not loose, they're blank as a board.
Stiff as a board.
There you go. So just the first word. And stiff. Then, and then not lower, but
higher.
Another word for that. So it's almost like not a downer, but
upper.
There you go. And the Rolling Stones.
Stiff upper lip.
There you go. So I mean, is it the Rolling Stones? Stiff upper lip.
I think so.
Is that an album or a song? No. Is it AC/DC? I got a stiff upper lip. Something like that?
I don't know.
I think it's AC/DC.
I think stiff upper lip.
What do you think about when you hear stiff upper lip?
That's funny. I thought it was Rolling Stones, but definitely could be AC/DC. What do I think about?
Mean? Yeah, what does it mean? Stiff upper lip. Does that mean you're a stone face? You don't react, maybe?
Maybe it means you have a mustache and nothing moves behind that beard. Maybe it's you. Just kidding. I can see you smile. I mean, if you were a pallbearer, you'd definitely have a stiff upper lip because you're not allowed to smile.
There you go.
Out there in the cold, frozen. So very stiff upper lip.
There you go.
I don't know who wrote a song called Stiff Upper Lip. That's weird. Like, where did that come from? I don't know. We have to ask Mick Jagger or the guy who writes for AC/DC. Whoever writes for AC/DC.
Oh, what's his name? What's his name? He dresses like a kid. Didn't he just die recently too? He dresses like a school kid from a private school.
Well, that's Angus, the lead guitarist of AC/DC.
Okay.
He's definitely alive and actually functional. His brother, the rhythm guitar, just died.
That's what it was, maybe.
Angus Young. Well, the other Young, anyway. But the singer is trying to come back. He's doing this new he lost his hearing, so Axl Rose had to replace him in 2016. So he's trying to do a new scientific approach to saving his hearing so he can actually sing again. Could be interesting.
Have you ever seen a band that replaced the lead singer with someone who sounds like them but is not them? Like, I saw CCR with a guy, I think he called himself Mad Dog. He was this bald guy. He sure sounded like Fogerty, but it just wasn't the same, you know?
Wow, no. I almost saw Queen last year at Madison Square Garden with Adam Lambert, but I never saw it. And it's okay because Freddie Mercury is pretty awesome. So I'd rather just have that memory. I mean, I admire that Adam Lambert does a good job, and Queen had a successful tour. And Brian May, the guitarist, is pretty awesome.
It's true, and also I've kind of had a long-standing thing where I like seeing bands that are in the now to an extent, because I don't feel like Fleetwood Mac is going to give me the best show that, you know what I mean? Like, it's over. I should have seen Fleetwood Mac in the 70s or 80s when they were killing it. Yes, they are still awesome, but like now to go see them on stage is like going to see Meatloaf on stage being pushed out in a wheelchair. You know, it's just
yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, I don't want to maybe the Rolling Stones. Maybe I'd still go see the Rolling Stones because
I saw it's one of the most disappointing concerts I saw was the Rolling Stones.
Well, there you go.
But then I saw Robert Plant and Jimmy Page, I think playing with the son of John Bonham, and it was incredible. It was incredible. It was like I was right there with the Led Zeppelin show. So
do you have a record player at home?
No, not currently. But I still have the vinyl. We have one at the family cottage. Yeah, so I collect vinyl for the family cottage. It's a good place to relax and play vinyl.
For sure.
So,
because that one that you're talking about is Page and Plant and Bonham. They did an album, isn't it? The black and red cover of the Zeppelin.
I have to go investigate that. I forget. I
think that's their new album that they came back after all these years, and Bonham's son was playing with them.
Yeah, Jason Bonham. He's amazing.
Okay, moving on. Okay, last one. This is, I don't know why. 2 words, not pepper, but
salt.
And if you got an ice cream cone, what do you do with it? The action of So
salt.
What's this? Yeah. So what's the deal with this and horses? Horses like salt, or what do they use it for?
Maybe they need it. Maybe it's like humans. Like in the desert, you should eat salty chips, right? Keep your salt intake. When you're sweaty. Really? You sweat, you lose all your salt. So good bag of salt and vinegar chips.
Doesn't salt make you thirsty or no?
Yeah.
Seems like the worst thing in the desert to be.
Right. It's a great thing to have in a bar because people drink more beer. So they should always give you chips. They'll sell more beer.
There.
Seriously, yeah. That's a good. No, if I fail in the movie business, I'll open a bar and have a lot of salty chips.
Salt lick. Yeah, I'll have to.
Salt lick. Yeah.
The oats, hay. I don't know what is the salt lick a candy thing to them? I feel like it's something. They eat peanut butter to make them talk. I'm not sure. I'll look into that.
Interesting.
Yeah, Mr. Ed. They gave him a dog. They gave him peanut butter, and they go.
Yeah.
That's he became a star, and that's exactly. That's what they do to me before I come on here. My producer just gave me peanut butter, and I'm out here.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have it on your desk. Yeah.
Hey, they're a new sponsor.